I should have recorded all of that. That was all good stuff. I should have recorded it. Why didn't I? That's the question. All right. Well, I think we're good. Everything seems okay. I did do an update yesterday. I wonder if that fetched with me.
You did an update.
Yeah, an OS update on my Mac, and I'm worried it was something may have overloaded something. I don't know. I think it'll be okay. If you guys don't hear anything right now, echo-wise, we should be fine. All right. I'm ready. If you're ready. Are we all ready? We're all ready.
Ready.
Yes.
I'm ready too. So am I. Let's do it.
I'm the readiest.
Oh, are you? Wow.
Gatekeeping.com.
Yeah.
I'm the most ready.
Here it goes.
Prove to me that you're ready.
This
What'd you do?
begins.
Get
Oh,
ready.
sorry. What? Oh, here we go. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to There Will Be Dungeons from ThereWillBeDungeons.com. I'm Scott Johnson with Bo Schwartz, John Jagger, Kristen Ashton, Kyle Ferguson, all here to play Dungeons and Dragons with you once again in our adventure in the Wastes. We'll get to all that in a second. We'd like to start the show off, though, with a bit of a read. This is an email that was sent to us, and we love getting those. You go to ThereWillBeDungeons.com to send those. It's super easy to do, and we'd love to hear from you. Somebody named Daston Stanton wrote in. It says, why did you make it difficult? And if episode 57, when Varel gets aged, why did you not use the Mold Earth spell to crush the diamond? Diamonds are technically of the Earth, so it would stand to reason that Mold Earth could have turned it into dust easily. Just a random question. Don't stop what you guys are doing. Just for me, I love listening to every episode, and I'm nearly caught up, and that saddens me, as now I must find something to tide me over until your updates. Thanks, much love, Daston. All right, well, we've had a lot of talk lately about how we've been using Mold Earth wrong.
Well, Scott, explain how Mold Earth works.
Okay, it's loose Earth. It's not walls and stuff like that. It's like, hey, there's a pile of dirt over there. I can mold that and move it. It's not, hey, that wall that's made of whatever stone, I can now mold that and move it. We've determined that was not cool, that we can't do that. And in his case, I don't think it's strong enough to make a diamond.
You can't. You didn't want to make it. They needed diamond dust.
Right.
So you have to crush the diamond. But Mold Earth does not crush solid stone and mineral.
Right. It's not enough. Like if the rules were you could take any sort of stone and
But at the time we might not have known that.
Yeah, at the time we might not have. That's a good point. Yeah. In retrospect, maybe we could have
Pre-nerf.
cheated there. But that was pre-nerf, yeah. We've been nerfed, and he probably knows this, so this is,
It's not nerf, it's pre-playing correctly.
Yeah.
Wizards didn't change anything about the rules.
He's about 10 episodes behind. He'll quickly get up to where we're at with Mold Earth, and you'll see where.
But the passion really shone through on his email.
Oh, it really did.
Or her email.
He really
His
did.
or her.
I think I don't know, actually. I cannot make a gender determination by this email alone. So Daston Stanton, whoever you may be, thank you for the email. And if you would like to send your own emails in, like I said, it's super easy and super simple. Just head on over to ThereWillBeDungeons.com, hit the contact link, and you're in. All right. As is the tradition here on the show, we pass the mic over to Kristen, who will now round it all up and tell us where we were last week on There Will Be Dungeons.
Yes, last time on There Will Be Dungeons, the Door Authority dared to demand doom. Disclosed of Dorothy's downfall at the hands of the half-elf she had hoped a hearkened hankering, the four had been found foes of Dormanity and denied a debut to the dungeon. As Hope pinged the panel with pitiful pot shots, it was Nash's poison that pushed the perturbed portal to Parlay, allowing them access to ancient architecture aimed at assembling automation dynamized by demons and powered by people. They fell with the funicular until Featherfall ferried them from a fearful fender. A purple haze hung harmlessly in the habitat. They came upon clues corralling them to comb for keycards before they could continue. Splitting up, Varel and Stanley sifted through sweets and skeletons before Stanley and Varel made it to the mysterious McDonald's Nash had noticed to be a nook of note. Simultaneously, Nash and Hope purloined a pair of polar panties that bestowed buoyancy before booking it to the oxygen bar, where Nash knows noxious noisomeness and Hope whisked away whiskey. Reunited, they risked their reward one by one. Now safely in the secured sectors, they took a train and trundled past all passages, stamping the stops that still stood. Eventually, they elected to explore executive expanses in a bid to betray bygone business and locate their lifted lass. They split, seeking to secure a speedy search. Taking a turn, it was hope that soon felt the foul-faced fingers of a fiend festering for folds in the forlorn. Now rejoin our heroes as they battle for their very brains. Will hope be helped before her mind is munched? What did happen to the scientists that sought satanic sparks? And just how many minds can a mind flayer munch if a mind flayer could munch minds? Stay tuned for today's adventure in the wide world of The Wastes.
All right, we're back at it. Take it away, Bo.
That was epic. Lots of F words.
Yeah.
All right, when last we left, Kristen, you had
Favorite.
entered into a room, and just as you were exploring in the dark, using your dark vision to see, a tentacle reached forward around your head and clasped you. And as it grabs you, I need you to roll a dexterity save, please.
Oh, thank goodness. Let's see. Come on, Dex, don't fail me now. How about an 11?
All right. So you quickly react to the shape and the feeling of the tentacle wrapping around you, and you go to knock it away, and you hear it as a plush doll in the shape of what looks like Ubveyex falls to the ground. It's wearing a robe. It's appears to be, you're not quite sure what it's made out of as it hits the ground, but it's this little toy about 3 feet, and then in the center of its little robe it says "Squeeze me" in happy colorful letters in the front. It drops to the ground.
Well, that's tempting.
Yeah. So this is the thing that touched me?
Yeah, you look
hopefully-
around to see where it came from, and as you turn around you see there's a shelf that you had missed on your initial pass, full of really old broken up dolls and plush toys. There's a bear, there's a squirrel, there's a raccoon guy, there's some girl dollies on the wall, but like the hair is missing, and all kinds of parts are missing on the various things. This has been sitting here for God knows how long. It's probably rotted, and as you examine it you're like, it smells terrible.
Oh. I'll go to kick the tentacled thing that fell.
Okay, is there anything you'd like to accomplish, or you just simply wish to kick it?
I'm just gonna see. Well, like nudge it with the foot to see if it moves or try to wrap around my foot or anything.
Okay, you give it a quick nudge, and as you do it, it seems to have this mechanism that you don't know, and the tentacles that barb the octopus-like head sort of close and open really quick, and you sort of give it a little nudge, and then it opens back up.
This is adorable. All right, Hope's gonna go to pick it up with her metal arm,
Okay.
and she'll pick it up and she'll give it a little squeeze.
Did I not see any of this from my vantage point? Over there?
I mean, you hear the squeeze from the hallway. Everyone hears this squeeze, and as you finally squeeze it with your metal hand, it goes, or how I can't. However, squeeze
Whoa.
goes. Do you have Foley effects with it?
I don't think I have that. No. Wow.
It squeezes like a dog toy would squeeze, and as you squeeze it, you begin to feel uneasy and lightheaded.
Oh, I found it.
Weird.
Here, I just want to play it real quick. Sorry. There.
There you go. Yeah, makes that sound.
Okay.
I'll put it
As
in
that
my.
sound, okay, as that sound echoes throughout, you hear a bang. The whole party hears a bang deeper into the office, and then you hear the scuttering of, and then it fades.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I'll put it in my backpack for later.
All right,
Looking
to set
at.
the scene for everyone, last week they did traverse a subway to a place that they thought was called, or was on the map called Executive Offices. So we are in what appears to be an old office complex inside of the Center for Human Demon Interdisciplinary Studies. There's no light here, although there are red lights glowing along the top sides of the walls at various intersections to guide people around.
Listeners at home, I would say, imagine, because we have a visual here for video, but at home, imagine like a Doom 3 level. That's what it reminds me of. Just lots of dark corridors, old empty office. Scary.
All right, so did you want to put it in your backpack?
Yeah, I'll put it in my backpack.
Okay. Add a Mind Flayer dolly to your backpack.
What?
Perfect.
Or stuffed Mind Flayer doll.
Okay.
Floor fills with quiet after the squeeze. Everyone's heard the skittering, but apart from that, it's like a tomb in here.
Can I do a perception check to notice the direction of the skittering?
You may.
11.
Although it echoed all around, sort of seemingly through the walls, you feel the general direction was deeper into the office complex to the north from your location.
Cool.
All right, who wants to continue the search of the office buildings?
Yeah, I guess
Okay, you'd like to continue on.
Keep
All
going.
right. So what would you like to look at next?
Looking around the corner of the door I'm by.
Okay. How do I review? Oh, yeah. That's how you do it. Okay, so you take a peek. Are you doing it stealthily or
Yeah.
make a stealth roll for me, please?
11.
All right, you take a peek down the hallway and see that these are empty rooms that you're looking into, but past that empty room appears to be a set of stairs into a larger area, and there's a green glow coming from that room, very faint green glow.
Ooh. Nash,
Yeah.
I found something green.
What the hell was that squeak noise?
A Mind Flayer doll.
Oh, I don't trust that at all.
It made me feel very weird, but we can look at it later.
Okay. I've got your back. I'll follow you, and I'll get behind her.
Okay.
Because it's just us.
All right.
Yeah, it's just us two over there right now. Okay.
Yeah, Morel and Stanley have moved off to the west side of the,
Right.
or no, east side of the complex. They're not very far though.
Do you want me to turn my underwear off?
I don't think it matters.
Okay, cool. You get some residual effect by standing next to me. It's like a contact high.
By the way, I've added the item. It's to your official inventory. You have magically infused thermal underwear.
Oh, I thought. What did we do? Oh, I guess I
Might
made
have
a
to
note.
click refresh. You just wrote it down. I put a little item in there. so
Oh,
it's
okay.
official.
Awesome. Oh, that's great. Thank you for that.
So just as a reminder for everyone, it keeps him air conditioned at all times, and it'll automatically shut off if it becomes too cold, so you don't freeze to death. And you can float 10 feet. You fly 10 feet. That's your fly speed.
And am I right? Last time we talked, it gives me. Is there a little hum that happens? There's a little sound that it puts off, or no?
If you want to RP hum, it's not very audible.
Okay, but I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, do I need to turn it off when I'm in a place where I'm worried about stealth, or does that not matter?
That's a good question. I pictured it, since it's magic, it's pretty dampened. It's also magically dampened because in its design, it would be irritating to hear a woo as you wore fan all day, right? So
Right.
it's silent. It
Okay.
operates silently.
Sweet.
It makes
Is he
no noise.
forced to use 10 fly speed and at the start of combat would have to take off his underwear as fast as possible?
No, it's not full. He can choose.
Okay.
It has a connection to its wear because of the magic part of it, that it can detect its will and fly if it wants to.
Great question, though. I like
It's more of a float though. It's not 10 feet is not very fast.
Right. Okay. I guess
But,
we'll keep looking.
creep up behind Varel a little closer. Varel, should we go see what's going on with them or keep investigating?
I believe they're at their safest. Whatever's going to attack us is down this way. I would very much like to address it and find it quickly.
Well, I understand that, Varel, but I don't know how to put this delicately exactly. We've all had a bit of a rest, and I can't help but notice coming out of it you're still looking a little roughed up a bit. So I understand it's a little funny me, letting you take point and all, but are you doing okay?
Your concern is appreciated. I do fear future combat as well, though it shames me to say so. I hope you will have my back should that time come, for I do not possess the means to regenerate myself.
Do everything I can, Varel, but just keep in mind, no matter what any eyeball might tell you, there is no harm in ensuring that you live to fight another day.
Let us rejoin with the group then, but I will keep an eye out on the north here. So I think we're gonna rejoin the party, but I will stay kind of in this area, guarding the main corridor for the creature.
Gotcha. All right.
I'll start making my way down to them. Not all the way, but maybe just to like here.
Okay. All right. So for our listeners, they're taking up. There's a main T-junction with two smaller side hallways, and Varel and Stanley have taken up positions looking out at various doors to guard the office area that Nash and Hope are exploring. All right, Hope.
All right. Oh, with Nash behind me, I start creeping in little by little to see what the green light is.
Okay, so you creep in to have a look at the green light. And as you get closer and closer, you see that there's a large desk down a set of stairs into a little bit of a wider office area. You see a large desk, and in the desk is a television screen, which you guys don't often see out in the waste, but is not a foreign concept to you. You might have seen them in trash bins and wondered what they did, or legend tells that lights come from them and produces images for viewing pleasure. You see a monitor here embedded into the table, and it glows green with text. From your vantage point, you can't see what it says.
Cool. Hope will walk up to the monitor and read it.
Okay. So you have a look. It's written in common, so you do understand the language on it. However, there are these bizarre looking words and codes, and it appears to be filling most of the screen. At the bottom, there's a little underscore that's blinking. You can't make out what exactly this is.
Nash, have you ever seen anything like this?
No. It wasn't a
Hope
great
will start
answer.
looking
No.
up the room.
I mean, have you ever, your time in the Solar Mines, you never seen a movie with a computer in it?
I mean, sure.
Okay, vampires, we got an expert. Computers, don't ask.
I mean,
Could be anything.
I'm just asking.
No, I'll say because it's not going to be anything. Because computers and movies are all terrible, right? They're never right. So I'll say, we were shown objects like this, but they remain a mystery as to how they worked. I don't know the first thing about them. Tried pushing a button.
Cool. Hope will nod and push a button.
Okay. So you do see that there's a little wire connecting into the table to what appears to be a brick full of little buttons on it. You push a button. You push the button R, and then the button R appears on the screen.
So it's a key. It's like a keyboard.
Yeah, there's a keyboard in front of the monitor.
Okay. So we can type words in here. I
What
Yes.
type? Let's see. How can you erase? I mean, do we have to now make a word with R in it?
Who did all the typing when we used computers last time? Was it Nash?
Did we use computer? You're gonna have to refresh my memory. When did we do Did we have direct interface with a computer before? I don't.
Yes, we did.
I don't
We
remember.
hacked an AI.
Did we? When?
Yeah, remember the evil AI? And
Oh. Oh yeah, way
It was
back.
Leopold was his name.
yeah, we who did that?
I
I
d-
think it was you.
Was it me? But it wasn't because I had some fancy technique at it. I think we just figured out.
Okay.
I don't remember how we did it. I remember that we did it, but I don't remember what the deal was.
Okay.
I just don't remember.
Fair enough. I'm just saying maybe you've used the keyboard before.
All right,
Although
well-
actually that might have all been touchscreen. I don't remember now.
I don't remember at all.
Should have gone back to our computer adventures before
Because
today.
what was that? Episode 3 or 4? It was like super early.
Very
It was a
early.
long time ago.
Oh, John's off screen. John, why are you off screen?
I don't know. I don't have any say in this.
Scott's like, I literally mean it. I don't know how this computer works.
Sorry. All right. Let's you know what? I'm going to assume I know what a backspace key is. All right. So I'm going to hit this. I'm going to say hope. Look, and I'll erase the R.
oh
Now let's type something that I don't know. Do we have any clues that we could type in here? How big are the letters, Bo? Like full screen? Like you said, a big letter R.
You're looking at like a MS-DOS screen, but it's green on black.
Okay. It's like an old
what
Fallout
what
keyboard.
about UVX?
Do you know how to spell it? Because I have no idea.
U B
Format C
V-
colon. No, don't do that.
What would I roll to see if I get the spelling correct? Let's do that.
Just however you think it's spelled, spell it.
Good luck with that. I have no idea.
Pretty sure I wrote it down. U B V Y E X.
Okay.
Put that in. It's actually Ubvexyid.
Oh, Vexit, darn it. Okay.
But I might have said it wrong too. I say it wrong a lot. So UBVEXYID. Ubvexyid. So you just type his name into the keyboard?
Yeah.
All right. So you type that word into the keyboard. And then it sits still and unchanging for a minute. And then the little underline moves to the next line. And then the screen sort of moves up by one. And then you see it type on its own. There's no buttons pressed on the keyboard, just letters appear on the screen. DOYOUWANTAGAME ? Question mark. Do you want to play a game? It says.
Oh, look at Nash.
I have seen this movie.
Doesn't know what a computer is. I've seen it.
Say, I'll just, I actually will just say this seems very familiar to me. Press Y and then enter.
Okay, I hope we'll lean over, press Y, and then enter.
A moment goes by, and then it begins spilling out a new message. Go to the conference room and put on the glasses, it says.
Well, this seems like a bad idea. That's not Stanley. That's just me observing it.
maybe we should group up and tell them what we found before we go anywhere near that room.
Yeah, I agree.
And how far are they from us? Can you guys see us? No.
No.
All right, well, Bo, I want to just like go out there and tell them. So I'm gonna go. Is that a door? Yeah. I'm gonna peek
Yeah,
out.
you don't have to move your dude around. We can just talk about it. Don't let the map distract you too much. It's primarily for combat and to explore areas.
It's fun to move.
You don't have to video game it like, I can't speak to you because I'm not this many squares away. And just say you walk back.
All right,
We're
I
good.
walk back. I say, Stanley, you need to come see this. Come with me. We found something. We don't want to.
All right.
We don't want to. In fact, Varel, come with us too.
All right.
All right, and I'll lead them
Fall
all.
on back in and
I'll lead them all down there.
see what they have to show us.
All right, so Nash and Stanley and Varel, you walk into a room and see that there's a monitor screen with green glowing letters on them. In common.
Reading basically what you just described to them.
Yeah.
That's right.
We'll say we recount what the process was to get to where we're at.
Does this thing respond to any question you ask it?
Well, right now it only seems to be asking us questions.
I'll walk over to the keyboard and type, "Who is this?" Hit enter.
After a moment goes by, text appears on the screen. It says, "Play the game to find out."
That's weird. John just gave me like a jolt of nostalgia because that's what we used to do with like Zork or something. We used to try to see what we could say and see how smart it was.
Yeah.
It's
We're
hard
playing
to
a text
explain.
adventure inside of a role-playing game.
That's awesome. I love it.
I'm gonna try typing "Where is the girl?" and hitting enter.
Nothing comes back in response to that. The little underscore just blinks. Blink, 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 blink.
We should get away from this machine. It's a totem.
It's a what?
A totem. When hunting in the desert, particularly intelligent prey, you set up a totem, an object, for them to interact with, and then strike while they're busy. Could be a discarded car engine or a light source.
Well, what if it?
Even if it's not a totem, I do agree that this is a distraction. We need to press on.
What if it
We
helps
can
us?
investigate this room.
What if it helps us find the girl?
Well, I just asked it that, Nash, and it didn't have any useful information to offer on that matter. Is there anything else you want to ask it while we're here?
Well, the process might be we have to play its game before it reveals the truth or tells us what we need to know.
Or maybe it's designed to keep us wasting time so they can complete whatever thing it is they're trying to complete.
I mean, that is a fair point.
Let's keep our investigation going.
All right.
See what we can find.
If that's the group's desire, then I won't touch it anymore. But maybe we should go.
Definitely our desire.
Maybe we should make sure we check out the, what was it, conference room, Bo? Is that what you called it?
Well, they said put the glasses, go to the conference room and put on the glasses, it said.
All right, I'll say to the group, part of the game is going to this conference room and putting on glasses. So whoever ends up in there, wherever that room is, maybe don't put them on.
Noted. Vorel, do you want to take the lead?
I say we proceed down the main hall.
All right. I'll keep following Varel.
All right. So what's everyone's intention here? To go down the main hall?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, hanging on here. So nobody wanted to. All right. So there's still 2 doorways to the north that you didn't explore on this hallway. Is that an issue or no?
No, I think we're going main hall. We're following Varel.
Okay. So you move back to the main hall, and you're at the T junction. The main hall looks quiet.
We've created a fun line of people.
All right.
So you wish to proceed down the hall?
There is a beast here. I think you all should lie in wait, stay a ways back. If it attacks, it'll attack me. I'll hold it and make it available for your own ranged assault. And I will begin advancing down the hall. And I'll get about 20 feet out in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Are you doing
And-
this with stealth?
No, I'm walking just normally.
Okay.
I reverted to my main scale color. And out in front of them, I will go, "Oh, I am the one-step king from above. This is my sword, this is my shield. I learned this song from a guy. We were also underground in a field."
Yeah, okay. That underground fields.
Uh-huh.
That's amazing. All right, cool. Performance check, please.
14.
Okay. As you begin belting out the notes and walking down the hallway, the rest of the party sees, and you see this too, but the rest of the party sees something strange. Little tiny micro. I'm not even sure how to describe it. They look like these beings of light move through the wall. They're really small, about the size of a softball. They have small little round bodies, little tentacles on the top, and and above it. And they're about this big. They begin floating through the walls, and they begin circling around Vorel. And as they circle, as you notice them, Vorel, they appear to close in near you, but not to try and touch you as they float around. And you feel nibbling in your brain.
I give him a blow.
All right, so you blow on a couple of them, and it carries them. It pushes a few of them off, but there's at least a couple dozen now floating through the walls, attracted by your singing. And there's only a faint glow, but they do illuminate around you a little bit, and the rest of the party can see that from behind as they're beyond description. They look like little bulbs with all kinds of tentacles coming off them, but the size of a softball, and they're translucent looking, and they had the ability to float through the wall.
But they were affected by the windy breath.
Yes.
Varel, any idea what that is exactly?
You feel nibbling on your brain.
They're nibbling on my brain.
That seems hostile. Maybe we should do something about that.
Is it a good kind of nibbling or a bad kind?
I mean, it just feels like like soft little touches on your brain. They don't hurt, but you feel it. Your perception is being. It's a feeling unlike anything you've ever felt before, because it's not pain, but you know for sure you're being nibbled.
Friends, spirits, what do you want of me?
They don't respond back, but you have a general feeling of empathy towards them, as if they're very happy.
Huh. Well, very good. And I look back at the group of now, 25 feet back. These spirits are my friends. They will guide me.
I'm gonna turn and look at Hope. I think he's under mind control.
We could check him, yeah?
I don't know. I don't think so. Vorel, are you mind controlled right now?
Oh, and I'll continue down the hallway.
Hope's gonna look at Stanley and shake her head. I don't think so. No.
Nope. He's fine. He wants this. Keep following along behind him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way down. I'm just going to reveal some areas as you get to the T-juncture. To a second T-juncture with 2 narrow hallways leading down either side. And I'm also going to put a little token where the swarm of interesting creatures floats around you, nibbling on your brain, giving you a feeling of contentedness. You look down either hallway, and you see that they are clear of hostiles. They look similar to the other ones in that they're kind of nondescript, ancient old hallways. Parts of the wall have been broken open, and you see wiring hanging out, things like that.
Cool.
They break off into various subsections of other parts of the office.
Have we seen any worms since we got to the executive area?
No, the worms have abated since you've moved into the subway, and you haven't really noticed any. The purple mist remains here, about ankle deep in this room.
Cool. I continue down the hall singing my song.
All right, performance roll.
I am the Lizard King from the waste. I turn my enemies into paste. With a 7.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was
Make
so
your
much
way
better.
down to the rest of the hallway. Okay, so now as you get to the end of the hallway, there's an eerie quietness. You know you heard movement at one point, but you cannot, for the life of you, hear anything anymore. It's as if something either moved away or is sitting so still that they're no longer making noise. And you reveal the rest of the room, not room, but hallway here. It's a larger hallway in a T-junction. It ends in what appears to be 2 larger rooms on either side with junk filling them up and rock and stone blocking them off.
Friends, spirits, we seek the conference room. Do you know of it?
You're asking.
Yes, my floaty friends.
There's a sense of confusion that you feel as they nibble on your brain.
Do not be frightened. Is it my song that you come for?
There's a general feeling of contentedness that you feel in response to your question, you think? Maybe it's not even in response to your question. It feels the same as the initial feeling of happiness from nibbling, likely on your mind.
I'll turn back. My friends do not know the way. However, they seem to be drawn to my song, which I was using to lure the beasts and announce our presence.
Well, we can check the remainder of these rooms, or we can go back to the train where we came from. We still don't know exactly where we're going yet.
An experiment, perhaps. Which of you has a song in your heart you wish to share?
What kind of song?
Any song. One that might bring these sprites joy.
Surely they had music in the Solar Mines, Nash.
Here's a song I know, and I'll stand up straight and go. Gillette, the best a man can get. Gillette, the best a man can get. And then I'll stop. And then
the
look
little
so
some of the little
satisfied.
some of the little floaty creatures move towards Nash, but Nash, you're standing behind Hope, right?
Mhm.
Or near Hope.
Near her, yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's a little bit ahead of you, and as they float away and get into Hope's vicinity, they begin to shake a little bit and agitate, and then move off and move away back towards Varel.
Oh, great. In
I'm
reaction,
gonna smile a little.
in reaction to me, or in reaction to Hope?
It looks like it's towards Hope, given that she's closer. They look like they're drawn towards your singing, and then they get close to Hope, and you feel a sense of fear as they move close to you, and then a sense of rejection as they dislike you, and they move back to Varel.
Have you ever encountered creatures like this before, Hope?
No, but I did find a very weird little doll. And when
Related.
you squeeze it, so maybe it's the doll, and I'll start digging in my backpack and pull out my little Uvexian doll.
You
Rick?
Well, you don't know if it's Uvexian, but it's an
Looks like
illithid.
it.
And you bring the doll up and show it to the party. The party, you see it says "Squeeze Me" on his robe in the front.
All right. You think they're responding to the doll?
I mean, and she'll pass the doll to Stanley and say, "Squeeze it and tell me you don't feel something."
All right. Squeeze the doll.
You squeeze the doll and it makes the sound, Scott.
Oh, shit. Sorry, have it right here. You squeeze the doll, and it goes...
And at the sound of the noise, all the little creatures disperse and back into the wall and leave Varel. Varel, without the feeling of nibbling on your mind, you feel normal again, and you feel a little bad, a little lethargic.
Ooh.
My friends, do not fear the squeezies.
Hope, why don't you put this back in your bag? I'm gonna hand it back to her.
Are you singing again, Varel?
I'm giving a hum as I look around and like kind of like move out my throat real long and let it go lizard sound.
And one of the little creatures appears through the wall because you're not singing as loudly and approaches you, and then you begin to feel a tiny little nibbling,
Oh,
and
they're
a sense
back.
of warmth and happiness in your feelings.
I said, let me help, and I go... The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Right now, what I'm picturing is like Kim and your kids like in another room.
No, let me make it a little bit. Let me make it worse for you. Let me make it worse for you. There is a house full of cousins and uncles and aunts and stuff upstairs. They're all hearing this right now.
Okay. Yeah. They're like, he's going to do podcasting, and all they hear is him singing Folgers. Okay. And they're like, he gets paid for this? Okay, so as you begin to sing that song, roll a performance check, please.
Oh, me?
Yeah, did you move away from Hope?
No. Wait, did something happen on the board? Oh, no, I'm still by Hope.
Okay.
So,
So,
my performance check, is a 14.
okay. So the little creatures begin floating back in through the wall, but because you're near Hope, you can feel them fearful and disliking you. And they sort of float in and then float out. and you're having a hard time attracting them because Hope is near you. You can feel this too, Nash.
Okay. Hope, I think it's you.
Good.
They don't like.
And I'll slowly walk away though. So if Nash wants little light buddies, Nash can have little light buddies.
Okay, so you move away, and Nash, you continue singing.
Mm-hmm.
So as you continue singing, they cautiously approach your area, but only on the side away from Hope. Right? So it's, rather than just circle you, they're just on the side of you
Okay.
that doesn't face Hope. And then they begin nibbling on your brain.
And I like it
Feel
also.
little nibbles in your mind.
Do I like it? Like Hope, like Varel likes it?
You don't feel any which way. You feel an empathy to their feeling. Like you can feel their feeling.
Okay.
And you feel they have a sense of satisfaction and happiness nibbling on your brain.
Okay. Varel, I feel them. I feel it too. But they don't seem to be hurting me or doing anything. They're just there.
We are in a facility for demonic experiments. It seems these creatures have some experience with their enemies. We can use them as an early warning against anything evil approaching. No offense, Hope.
Hope will just cough.
Will they be bothered by the tiefling tailbone I have in my pocket?
You don't know.
Okay.
I mean, you can experiment with it, but
Well, I'm
just
gonna then.
information
I'm
that's
gonna
not
pull. I'm
available.
gonna slide it out real slow, and I'm gonna go.
Uh,
And while I do it, while I pull it out, I'm gonna go. Ooh, those golden grams. Those golden grams. Because the only words I know are songs that are like commercials.
Okay.
And I
sure.
just hold that little thing up and go, have it in the air like this. And see if they react.
You're not sure whether or not they get what you're doing, but you do feel a sense of mirth. Can you feel what laughter feels like without laughing? Maybe that's what you feel.
Oh, that's
That
interesting.
you feel what they may be feeling.
Okay. All right, I'll
So
slide
I
it
think
back. I'll slide
maybe
it back
if you
into
had
the-
to guess,
Yeah.
there's a sense that maybe they understand that you're making a joke,
that I'm making light of everything. Okay.
that you're teasing.
Then I will pull.
A
I will
person.
put the tiefling tailbone back in my bag.
Okay.
Didn't really learn much.
We continue with friends.
We don't
All
have
right,
to. We don't have to
lead on.
keep singing to keep them coming, right? They come no matter
Hope
what.
maybe don't get too close to them.
Hope will nod.
All right. So how do you? So you're moving down to there's a T junction at the end of this larger hallway into two other larger hallways that move to two dead ends, and you realize you're now back in this at the back of this office complex.
Okay, well, my strategy is if sticking to the main halls, we would find the main rooms. So we're in the big halls right now rather than the little halls. So I'm going to head down and investigate the doors. As I approach these doors, are they closed or open?
They're all open. I mean, there's a sense that there are no real doors on any of this because they've been broken off or melted down. You don't know what they were made of. You do see like hinges and pieces of what are potentially could have been door, but there's nothing. There's nothing blocking any access to any of the rooms off to the side. You see like there's 4 exits on either side back into the office, general office space.
Okay, I will move to the opposite wall and prepare to look down this particular door.
Okay, are you doing it with any particular move in mind, or just moving?
Nope, just humming as I go.
Okay, so you
Humming a desert song.
you hum your song and look down, and you see that it's like a parts of a desk still left in place and some chairs in an empty room. But this room in particular has some very old and moldy skeletons sitting in the chairs.
I will investigate the skeletons.
Roll an investigation check.
19.
All right. So you investigate the skeletons and around them. There's nothing much to say. As soon as you touch them, they almost disintegrate into dust. They're very brittle, very old. But you do notice on the floor underneath a pile of dust a little piece of metal shining through. And as you scratch the surface to remove the dust, you find a key card, similar to the ones that you found in the what did I call that? The reception area, the welcome center that you were in last week.
What does the key card say?
The picture appears to be faded off. The name on the card is Terra Mabat.
Terra Mabat.
Yeah.
All right.
TARAMEBATT. Terra Mebat.
And any title?
There's no title on this one. Sorry, Doctor though. DR before the Terra Mebat. I forgot.
Oh.
Any reaction from the sprites in area of the bodies?
No, the little creatures are float. There's one creature floating around you. The rest of them are around Nash right now.
Okay. All right, I will exit the room, and as I do, I'll pass off the key card to Stanley.
Okay. As you approach Stanley, your little creature floats away in fear, and you feel a sense of fear. Stanley, you feel that too.
Oh.
Well, that's odd. Maybe it is the little plush toy.
Or maybe you still harbor a demon inside you.
If I do, it has been rather quiet, and I don't appreciate the show that the principal put on about it, but
He also wasn't a demon, though, was he? He was an elf.
yeah, it was a archfey.
Still full of evil. Perhaps he deposited an egg on his way out. Like a fearful vulture, he voided his bowels while escaping.
It gets better and better.
Ugh.
Vorel, I'm not going to say that's impossible. I'm going to say that it's unsettling. I know nothing about it, and maybe it's best we just proceed.
Very well.
You could also squeeze the doll, Varel, and see if it keeps the lights away from you.
It's true. I do not wish to offend my new friends. Perhaps you could sing us a song, Hope. The opposite side of
don't-
the spectrum of experiments.
No, let's go check the next room. And
Surely
we'll
a
start
song.
walking off to the next room.
I've seen her drink enough to sing songs.
Okay. So you'd like to peer into this room over here?
Yes.
All right, so you take a peer in and see there's a small alcove leading directly to the left. In order to get a better view, you'll have to enter in.
All right, just stay on the outside waiting for everyone else to catch up.
Okay.
right.
Hope, as you get close to Stanley, the little creatures moving around you disappear. Fear and disgust. You feel a sense of fear and disgust.
I don't think they like Stanley.
Well, they had no problem going past me earlier.
You have not sung them a song. Prove your innocence in your soul by singing
No,
us a song.
He squeezed the doll.
Perhaps.
Look, I don't know if I want to invite another parasite to come nibble on my brain as quickly as you and Nash do. I haven't had the best experience with this sort of thing.
Are you aware of how many friends I've made over the years in the desert?
No.
Traveling companions. This is no different. Prove your innocence. Sing us a song. You may
I-
use one of Nash's if you feel uninspired.
Stanley is going to hum the song that he hummed to Syrah. Kind of half-heartedly, but
Okay.
still the same song regardless.
Performance check. And is there any magic in this song? I know that you were an orating bard, but of all the classes, you'd have the most reason to have magic infused singing. So,
I don't know if he can help it or not. Maybe that would be your call. It's a 24 on the performance, so
okay.
it's hard for him not to do a good performance.
Sure. So you sing the song, and it's beautiful. The notes are perfect. It's carried out great. It's just a shame that you can't actually give us a little sample of what that sounds like, even in
Maybe.
Elvish.
Maybe one day.
Just make up syllables. Ondidoti patu kata.
It's beautiful.
It really is. It's gorgeous.
And as you sing out the notes, all the little fluffy creatures. Nope, no, that didn't get
Sorry,
squeezed.
sorry. Sorry.
All the little tentacled, fluffy, translucent creatures float again through the wall, and they're drawn to your singing. But as they get closer to you, you feel fear, apprehension, judgment. They're disgusted with you, and they float off, disappear.
Well, maybe they just don't. Maybe they just can tell what kind of people we actually are.
You get the sense, because you've been observing them for a little while, and I get a bit of information, that these are highly empathetic creatures connected emotionally. And they seem to be rejecting those who harbor ill emotion.
So Nash brings
Be it-
him in.
Be it be it
Are
anger, be it anger, be it guilt,
Uh-oh.
be it vengeance.
Nice.
They appear to be turned off by negative emotion. And if you think about it, Nash is
Nash
usually
is
in a good mood.
Yeah,
even if
Nash
he's
is in a great
cranky.
mood.
He's very childlike and just generally quick to anger but quick to joy, and Pharrell is very emotionally stable. Doesn't dwell on guilt. He doesn't get angry unless that anger serves his hunt.
Well, there you go, Varel. They don't want to be around me. Maybe you can hum them back, and I'll hang back here with Hope.
Indeed. Let us continue our search then.
Okay.
I'll enter this corridor that we've been eyeing.
All right. Any particular mode of approach, or just
Nope.
walking and humming?
Just walk it in.
Are you singing?
No, not at the moment.
I like how I have to clarify this now every time you go.
Yep.
Um,
There's singing happening now.
Okay, you make your way into the room and notice that there is a pod of 4 offices here with destroyed baffles. There are 4 office spaces. The desks are broken, everything's old. There are skeletons sitting in each of the chairs. No sign of what caused the skittering or the bang you heard earlier. We did that last week.
I'll search the area for any items of note.
Okay. You can roll an investigation check.
16.
Nothing but dirt, grease, and skeleton bones.
Fascinating. I'll exit the way. Everyone died here at an exact moment. This ecosystem is strange. Our creatures seem to feed on joy and song, which means there is another creature here feeding on despair, perhaps.
The rest of the party remains silent.
You said this at the end of the hallway is just a big room full of junk?
It's a big room full of junk, yeah. Doesn't lead anywhere. It's like pieces of rock and metal sort of caved in and just formed a blockage in the passage.
Gotcha. All right, I'll take us down the other side of the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
On the east side.
Okay, so if you'd like to explore more, you can roll a check, please.
All right. As I get out in front and distance people again, I'll start my humming of my little song.
Okay, and the creatures, as you begin your humming, roll your performance check, please.
6.
All right, the creatures begin returning to you as they float
And-
through the walls and circle you.
Do I have any right now, or do they all leave me?
No, John scared them all away, and Hope.
Can I sing and get some back? I like that.
You can approach Vorel, and maybe you can share.
Not Stanley and Hope. John and Hope.
Oh.
It was me.
Oh,
It
no,
was
Stanley.
me.
I'm sorry.
Stanley's got many names.
No, it's Stanley. It's Stanley, not you.
All right. Well, I'll walk close to. I just want some of these. I'll go close to Varel and go. I'm just gonna.
You're like a kid who's like, I want to have some too.
I'm just gonna lightly next to him go. Honeycomb's big. Yeah. It's not small. No. And then they're gonna. Hopefully, I get some out of that. That'd be great.
So Stanley and Hope, you look ahead of you, and there's like Vorel sort of humming, and Nash humming his own song, trying to stay near Vorel, and then all the floaty things are around them, hanging around them. All right, so you've rolled your investigation check there, Vorel?
Yes, 8.
All right, so you begin clearing out the next set of rooms, and you move methodically, room through room, and find more of the same. Broken chairs, broken desks, skeletons in mid-work, doing whatever, and having died there.
All right, I turn around, purposely like keeping my distance about 20 feet from Stanley and Hope,
Yeah.
and kind of holler down the hall to him. Seems the conference room isn't located in a primary area.
I didn't make the map.
All right, well, we keep exploring or we move somewhere else. But either way, we are spending a lot of time on this searching.
All right. As you say the word, no, never mind. Take that back. Nothing happens.
Oh,
Ooh.
like extremely scary for a moment, and then it
Yeah.
got just fine.
Skirted up next to it.
All right, so we'll take it back down the hall, and where is? So there's no middle door here, so this would be our next area of
There's
exploration.
a doorway here. Maybe I don't have it
Okay.
properly covered, but let me just get a sliver so you can see.
But either way, we're just one set of corridors away, at least if these connect, from
Yeah.
exploring the area.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll walk along with Nash and catch on with whatever song if it's repeating. Honeycomb's big. Yeah.
It's not small.
It's not small. No.
All right, so you move your way into this room over here, and it goes. So as you enter into this area, you see there's a set of stairs leading down, and you descend them, and it opens up into a large office space, all destroyed. In the center of the room is a large table with 8 stools seated around the table. On the table itself, you see that there are these pedestals like this, and upon them are they're glasses. They're sunglasses, very thick, look like they're meant to keep all sunlight out, and there's a wire protruding from one side into the table itself. There's 8 stations like this all around the table. The other thing you notice on the back of the wall is there's a whiteboard up there, but also there's a glass case, very thin, has photos inside.
Hope's gonna go check out the photos.
Okay, you walk up to the glass case or the back of the wall, and you notice that there are photos that preserved here in the glass case. They're not rotted, they look fairly new, and they're pictures of groups of people wearing strange black suits. Human, men and women, but then the odd, strange looking purple person.
It's strange.
One of the photos in particular has this large monkey-like looking creature with 5 arms. So picture a corporate office photo, you know, people get together, they take a photo, but then there's this weird looking monkey-like creature with 3 arms also in the picture. Or 6 arms, not 3 arms. There are about 18 or 19 of such photos, just posted in there. No text describing who they are, what they are. But each group of photos looks to be a different group of people. You don't really see any overlap between the different photos.
How many chairs are there, or pedestals?
There are 8 stools around a large table.
And how many people in the
Conference table.
photos?
Total, you're probably looking at about 300 or 400 different people. They're these group photos, you know, office
But
photos.
not groups of 8?
No.
Okay, cool.
The disposition of their faces, are they smiling? Are they
They're mostly smiling awkwardly or not smiling, just have a plain face. Some have resting bitch face.
okay? So they're not like staring
Namely
at
the monkey.
They're not all looking like they're staring at us or
It's foreign to your characters, but to you, the players, these look like office photos where people get together, they've done some sort of event, or they're in their office and they've gotten together just to have a photo of everyone.
okay.
Now the colors in them are the colors, like they're faded photos, but it's like the walls look, you know, bright. Everything about these pictures is sort of bright and cheery, although sterile and office-like as well.
Oh, we found the glasses.
We seem to have found the game room.
I believe this was the conference room referenced on that screen. I could be wrong. Is there a pair of glasses?
There are 8 pairs of glasses on pedestals in front of each
Oh,
of the
right, you'd
stools
already
that
said
surround the
that.
table.
Hope, what did it say to do?
To put them on.
I thought there'd be like one pair and only one of us would have to try it.
That's what I thought too.
Stanley,
Yeah.
how does all this sound?
Sounds like a waste of time, if you ask me. Look, there's supposedly something running around making sound that has Vorel extremely curious as to what's around here. We have a little girl that's in mortal danger, as well as the threat that the world is going to end if we don't stop this. I'm really not exactly in the mood to trust a computer screen saying we should put on glasses and play a game. If any of you can tell me why this would help us in any way, shape, or form, I welcome the suggestion.
Because there's gas around our ankles. There are worms crawling everywhere. He folded a man in half until he disappeared. We do not know our enemy. If these glasses, if this game tells us the nature of our foe, we can truly defeat him.
And what happens if we put on the glasses and whatever it is hunting us decides that's the perfect time to attack?
Then you are in luck. For these glasses will not fit me. For my eyes are too strong in multiple directions for these human wares. I do not have the blind focus of a standing man.
So we could send one person in.
Nash has the most experience with movies.
Can't argue with that.
I can't argue with that.
Have you seen anything like this before, Nash?
Never. I don't know anything about these. Nothing I've ever seen has said what these glasses might do, or what these photos might do, or what this room might do.
I'm enjoying myself immensely.
I've never seen anything like it, but I'm incredibly curious about all of it. And I know I tend that direction, and I don't want we vote as a team. We vote as a team, but to not put these on could be the one mistake we make and lose all just trying to find this girl. What if this is the answer to all of it?
Well, then put him on, and if it takes too long, we pull him out.
All right.
But we should all do it, not just one of us.
Absolutely not.
If you need to get pulled out, we need to be here to get you out.
So am I volunteering suddenly? Am I doing this? I guess I'm doing this.
That's what you get for being a one-stop shop for pop culture references, man. You did it to yourself.
All right. Nash will put on a pair.
All right, so Nash sits down. How do you sit down in the chair? I assume you sort of shoot back your cape and sort of sit down like Riker.
A little bit,
Put one
except
leg
it's the
over it.
one where you flip it around and I'm facing kind of splash dance or flash dance the other way. So that the back is here and I'm kind of leaning my arms on it.
Splash dance.
Sorry, I always say splash dance because she gets splashed in it. Anyway, so like flash dance, where you kind of spread eagle and the back of the chair is kind of guarding my...
Yep, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, so you sit down, you place the glasses on,
Yep.
and then you notice as you pick up the glasses and place them on, two parts of the desk open up, and these hand controllers emerge from the desk.
Only I can see them?
No, everyone can see this.
Okay.
Do you put your hand on the hand controllers?
I'll ask. I'll say, should I grab these?
Maybe?
I don't know.
You knew how to use the keyboard, Nash.
Be brave, Nash.
All right. I will take
All right.
heart from Varel's encouragement and I will grab the controls in my hands or whatever they are.
So as the glasses slide onto your face, as if by magic, by some technology that you don't know, they close over and make a form of black band across your eyes. And all of a sudden, there's this huge black band over his eyes. And then you see these little lights, like the rest of the party can see on the outside, these little lights start to go up. It says like booting, and there's this little... And as you pick up, it goes... and makes these noise. Nash, what you see is reality bend in on itself. You're through this corridor of laser light. And then you're in the office space, but it's bright, and all the walls are normal.
Okay.
You hear fax machines. You hear the sound of conversation. You see a shadow walk across down the hallway carrying a stack of papers.
Okay.
You look down at your hands, and you see that they're long and blue. You have 4 fingers on each hand. And as
Okay.
you go to examine it, a little tentacle pops into the bottom of your vision. We'll take our break there.
Oh man, I want someone else in here with me. All right, that's fine. Hey, we're gonna take a break, everybody. Don't go anywhere, or go pee, whatever you got to do. We'll be back in a second with more. There will be dungeons. We'll be right back. Here are some office sounds.